morning everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to take up the poem Bharat Desh. Now let us start the poem. With the name of Bharat Desh on our lips, let us shake off our fears and poverty and overcome our sorrows and enemies. Children, when we say that with the name of Bharat Desh on our lips, we mean to say that we should have the name of our proud nation all the time on our lips. What do you mean by having the name of Bharat Desh on our lips? They mean to say that we should be singing the glory of our nation every day, every single moment of the day. Why? We should do that because this will enable us to shake off and to get rid of our fears and of our poverty. And this will enable us to overcome our sorrows and enemies. So, this is the main reason we should be calling the name of Bharat Desh all the time. And the name of the Bharat Desh should always be on our lips. We shall stroll on the snow-clad silvery heights of the Himalayas. Our ships shall sail across the high seas. We shall set up schools, all sacred temples for us, and proudly thump our shoulders and utter the name of this land of ours, Bharat. With the name of Bharat Desh on our lips, let us shake off our fears and poverty. See children, these particular lines, there are a number of important things that I want to tell all of you. The first important thing is that when we read the line, we shall set up schools, all sacred temples for us. Here there are two poetic devices that have been used. The first one is called alliteration because the consonant sound S has been repeated. Can you see? We shall set up schools, S, 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 and then there is one more S. So number of times the consonant sound S has been repeated or sir has been repeated. That is why we will say that we have alliteration over here. Now the second important point over here is that the schools have been compared to temples. Schools have been compared to temples in an indirect way. That is why we are going to say that we have metaphor here. Right children? Comparison is there, and that is why we are going to say that we have metaphor, the poetic device over here. So this particular line contains two poetic devices. The first one is alliteration. The second one is metaphor. And the next line says, proudly thump our shoulders and utter. That means we should keep on encouraging ourselves. Thumping our shoulders means patting our shoulders. We should keep patting our shoulders and we should keep encouraging ourselves. And we should always have the name of Bharat Desh, our proud nation, on our lips because this will enable us to shake off and to get rid of our fears and poverty. Right, children? Let's move ahead now. Now I was mentioning that there are few things that I want you to know about in all these lines. The next important thing that I want you to know is the line or the phrase Bharat Desh on our lips has been repeated 2 to 3 times, or you can say the lines have been repeated number of times. Can you tell me the purpose of the repetition of the lines Bharat Desh on our lips? No, there has to be a purpose, right? So what do you think is the purpose? The phrase Bharat Desh on our lips has been repeated because the poet is singing the glory of his nation. Right? The poet is singing the glory of his nation and he is all the time stressing on the point that we should be proud of our nation. We should work towards the growth and development of our nation. We should all the time think about our nation. And that's the reason the name of Bharat Desh should be there on our lips because this will enable us to shake off the fears and poverty. This will enable us to build schools because by building schools, by getting educated, we will be able to shake off our fears and poverty in a much better way. So I am repeating this point once and for all. You all have to please make a note of it that the question, the name of Bharat Desh on our lips or the phrase Bharat Desh on our lips has been repeated number of times. In the poem, there has to be a purpose for it, and purpose I've already told you. Children, the answers in the written format will be given to you in the next video. And in case you have any further doubts about all the things that I have done so far, you can let me know. Right, children? Now, one more point I would like to highlight over here. that most of the time your teacher takes up this poem in the class. She always tells you what is the rhyming scheme, right? Whenever she takes any poem for that matter, she will always discuss the rhyming scheme with all of you. Now here I am sure you can all see that there is no rhyming scheme. Towards the end of the line, you can see that we have words like lips, poverty, enemies, Himalayas, seas, us. All these words are not rhyming with each other. None of the words is rhyming with the other word. So children, when we see that the words are not rhyming, we always tell that the poem is in free verse. What do we say? The poem is in free verse. So whenever you frame your answer, you can always put this point in front of your teacher that in the poem Bharat Desh, which is written in free verse by an anonymous author or by an anonymous poet, so and so, followed by the answer. See children, you are going to share this extra information with your teacher. She'll be more than happy to receive this information, right? Now let's move to the lines which are given after this. Now the lines which are given after this tell you, we shall make tools and weapons, we shall produce paper, we shall open factories and schools, and we shall never be lazy or weary. We shall be ever generous, and we shall always speak the truth. With the name of Bharat Desh on our lips, let us shake off our fears and poverty. See children, they are clearly telling you what all things you need to work upon. You need to work upon your tools and weapons, because once you will be strong on your borders, you will be very strong as a nation. You have to produce papers, you have to open factories and schools. You should never be lazy, because the person who is lazy will never be able to work for the nation and will never be able to bring glory to the nation, right? We should be generous. Generous means we should give away the money and the other things that we have in plenty. Suppose you have a lot of money in plenty, so you can give away some money to the others who need it, maybe more than you, right? Now we'll come to the next line, which says, let us shake off our fears and poverty. I'm so sorry. Yeah, let us shake off our fears and poverty, and then I'll continue. Both scriptures and sciences we shall learn, the heavens and oceans we will explore, the mysteries of moon we shall unravel, the art of street sweeping too we shall learn. With the name of Bharat Desh on our lips, let us shake off our fears and poverty. Children, these lines happen to be the most favorite of mine. I really like them a lot. There is a reason behind it, that they have clearly written that we are the ones, we as in the Indians are the ones who are reading the scriptures, that is the holy books, and we are reading the sciences as well. See children, we are reading the scriptures because we are reading Ramayana, and at the same time we are reading sciences because we are so scientifically developed nation now. We are exploring heavens as well as we are exploring the oceans. Heavens are up there and oceans are down, deep down, right? So we are there right from the top to the bottom, everywhere. The mysteries of moon we shall unravel means we are going to go to the moon and unravel the mysteries of the moon, and we have already done that, right? I'm sure everybody knows about Chandrayaan. We have been to a moon and we have almost unraveled the mysteries of the moon. And at the same time, we are cleaning our streets also. See, they basically want to say that we are covering 360 degree of the earth. We are there on the top of, on the top. We are there on the moon, we are there in the heaven, and at the same time we are there cleaning the streets. So we are not leaving any space. We are there, we are making our presence felt everywhere. And we always have the name of our Bharat Desh on our lips, because we want to shake off our fears and poverties. We want to get rid of our fears and poverty. Right, children? So I'm sure you all have understood the poem. In case you have any further queries, in case you have any further doubts about anything, you can let me know. You can send me the comments in the comment section. Question answers I will share with all of you very soon. Now let me quickly tell you the important pointers that I have shared in the poem so far. I'll just quickly go through it. The first important pointer is that the phrase Bharat Desh on our lips has been shared number of times. It has been done with the purpose that poet wants to sing the glory of our nation, and poet wants to encourage everybody to sing the glory of the nation. poet wants to make all the people of the nation realize that our nation has been and is great, right? So please keep this point in mind, and thank you very much, everyone. See you now in the next video. Thank you.